I'm Kim Hansard, and I host the Mark and Kim Show on Star 102.1. I decided that we're supposed to adopt, and it just seemed so clear to me. And I told my husband, I said, I think we're supposed to adopt. And he said, I don't know. Took him a minute more, but he came around and said, okay, I think you're right. We found someone to work with, a consultant. We hadn't even had our packet done of, our profile for prospective birth moms to look at. And we were matched, and we talked with her, and it was between us and another family. And so that's where the first hope starts, but also the first fear that you may not be chosen. But she did choose us. The time finally gets here, and we travel to Victorville, California, me, my husband, and our two mothers. And we went to the hospital, and we induced, and he didn't come. So we go back to the hotel, the birth mother goes back to her home, and there we are for another week. We go back the next weekend, we induce, we're there for the whole weekend. He doesn't come. So this goes on for a third week now. We exchange small gifts. The baby finally comes. And I think I'm gonna pass out. I'm gonna pass out on our birth mother. But I talked myself out of it, and they give me the scissors. I don't even know what kind of scissors they were to cut the cord, and it feels so weird. And then the nurse takes him over to the little isolette, and I see his little feet, and I hear his cry, and it sounds so little, but it has to be loud because he's crying. But it sounds so far away, it's like I'm off in a distance someplace. And they check him out, and they do everything, and they wrap him up in one of those hospital blankets, and they bring him over to me, and I'm holding him, and they guide him over to the rocking chair, and I'm holding him, and he's so sweet, and he's still crying, and I'm crying, and we're both crying. And it was so sweet, because this is what we had waited for. And my mother and my husband are outside the door, and I see my husband crying. And he was here. And it was the most wonderful thing. And all the things we had gone through, the fertility treatments, the trip to Victorville, the 23 days in Victorville, everything went away, because all that mattered was that little baby. And we've had ups and downs just like any parents. He's been such a joy, He's had playing ball. Football is his first love. Seeing him learn, seeing him make friends, seeing him have hardships, and it breaks your heart. Every parent wants to raise their child to be independent. I don't think he's quite independent yet, but that's okay. To be able to live on their own and to be successful. And that's what we want to see him do. If you're thinking about fostering or adopting, talk to other people about it. But forge your own trail. Do what is best for you and your family. Find an agency, an organization, consultants, whatever that is best for your family, because that's the way it's going to be most successful.